Welcome, Gemini, to your beginning of the month reading for April. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you in the beginning of the month. Moving straight into your energy of what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Okay, give us that card and a clarifying card, please, for the beautiful Gemini. There it is. Having that extra focus. So it does feel like you have the extra focus that is needed, and really focusing at the beginning of the month. It feels like you're not going to allow anything to defeat you. Just feeling this defeating energy. Yeah, holding tight and taking control. So the overall card for the reading is really holding tight and taking control of the situation by really focusing on what it is you really want, and really pushing through whatever you are dedicated to focusing on. Going straight into the beginning of the present, please. Present. Definitely thinking and dreaming about where it is you really want to go and how you're going to get there. It does feel like you did take your hand off of these other two wands and really only are focused on the one wand at this time. So anything that it feels like this is going to come in your energy that you're not focused on, you're not going to give it that much of attention at this time, Gemini, because you're only focused where you want to make manifestations and make the magic happen. So, if you're, looking out to travel or go anywhere, you're definitely going to be surprised at how this is actually going to manifest and make the action happen. You do have a lot of resources at your fingertips at the beginning of the month right here, where you can really look in and say, okay, look, if this is going to challenge or try to defeat me, I can actually find these other resources to, actually make things happen in my favor. So it does feel it's very favorable for you with the Magician over here as you're taking a lot of interest in action. Where it feels like one of the wands that you are not focused on is definitely because someone is trying to cause some kind of conflict with an interest of what you are doing over here, Gemini. So they might not feel like whatever you're doing is beneficial to them. Why would they want to be beneficial to them, right? You're trying to do it to yourself, and for yourself. Over here, it does feel like you might have this false friend that's around you and wearing a false mask, but you have the understanding and the reflection that they're not there for your best interest. So that's why you've taken your hand off that wand and went for only what you're focused on, because you do see that they're not there for you. With the Temperance over here, I'm looking for a more healthy, there's also a stableness over here too, but it almost feels like you're kind of testing the waters when it comes to what you're doing, that you are being very patient about the situation. And definitely you do feel like it is the perfect timing right now to test these waters. So even if it's a little difficult and it, like I said, and a little challenging, you're going to push right through that. You're not going to allow that to defeat you. The King of Pentacles over here, there's too much to lose. There's too much to lose right now. You are holding tight to exactly the things that you need to do for this new beginning. So you're taking an ending to one situation and closing the door on that one situation where you know that this person's not there for you, and really reflecting upon what it is that really is good for you. There's too much to lose at this time when it comes to this situation. So you definitely want to complete this project and really make strong boundaries where you need strong boundaries and let go of anything that's weak and not beneficial. In the recent past, though, I have to say, though, it was because they were manipulating a situation. They wanted it to be all about themselves and not allowing you to travel towards what you wanted. So this is exactly why you're doing so. Look at that. So Spirit's like, yeah, look, they didn't want you to travel this way. They wanted something to benefit from them as well. They wanted to be a part of this situation, and you're saying, nope, that's not the way it's going to be. So the energy that's coming out is more dynamic in its own sense of your own sense of worth and being, where they couldn't hold tight to that. So you said, no, I'm not going to do that. And if you knew that you didn't want to take a reconciliation with them, it's because they wanted to be the stronghold. They wanted to manipulate the situation, and they wanted to be in control of all the situations. So now you're making stronger sense of what's going on around you and really traveling towards that this month. So yes, really carving out what it is you really want to do with the high priestess over here. And this is where your intuition says, you know what, maybe I even have secrets of what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it to myself because I'm not going to, let anybody know. Maybe it's a good thing though too, Gemini, because sometimes when we let people into what we really want in life, they are too opinionated. Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. You see what I'm saying? And then it kind of like falsifies what you're manifesting because then it's going to get in your head and then you might have internal battles saying, maybe they're right. Maybe this is wrong. Maybe this is stupid. Maybe it gives you that wishy-washy energy. So sometimes keeping it to ourselves, kind of like blowing out that birthday cake candles. Our moms always used to say, don't tell your dreams. That's exactly what you're doing. It's really saying I'm holding tight to this inside myself and keeping it as my own secret. So yeah, if you want to think that Gemini has a secret, heck yeah, they do, because it's almost to the point where your intuition is saying, if I tell everybody what I'm doing, it ain't going to come true. They're going to make my dreams go away because they're going to, make negative energy around me. So yeah, if really going up, and there it is too. Speaking of negative energy, speaking of making things go bad, there you go. 8 of Wands, right? I'm talking about how I don't think that's a good idea for you. No. But no, this is really going to push you up the ladder to the success of what really is coming in for you. Because you're going to find bigger projects. You're going to find better things for you as things are coming in. And it's really going to start aligning itself within that really good, lucky, I'm going to even say lucky energy. So, having endings, having closures, and then taking maybe even a little solitude time to yourself is fine. It says, yeah, it's okay. Go ahead and do so, because sometimes that's what we need to do to keep ourselves strong and make our intentions come through. And it does feel like you're going to have a lot of more creative energy and creative thinking coming out of this situation to keep pushing you to that next limit, where this person, all they want to do is push your buttons and push you back and hold you back. So in the near future over here, it's almost like, well, what do we got here? We have transformation. So even though it might be a little overwhelming and it might be a little, time consuming and it might hurt a little, but there is definitely this piece where it feels like you're more at mercy with yourself. You're transforming. You know how to let go. Maybe you've forgiven this person over here so that you can have this new beginning. And there's definitely a closure there with the Knight of Pentacles because it's saying, I am taking this to a closure with them so that I can get my Ace of Pentacles. So, and sometimes it has to be that way because otherwise I might not get my Knight of Cups. But with the Knight of Cups, it's saying now you might get those promotions. You're getting the things that you want and you're definitely getting the bigger, better deals and the bigger, better success out of the situation. And this also with this closure, this other person, it almost feels like you close one door to open another door and it's bringing in way more. And that's just because that's because you're more united with yourself and having healthier connections with the way you're thinking instead of allowing them to try to make the decisions for you or letting them be over opinionated about all the things. How are you going to do that? So definitely having a readjustment over here on the situation. And it's definitely readjusting your energy for the things that you love and are very passionate about without having them tell you what to do. So, and this brings in better commitments and better faith and better hope. But you feel that connection, to yourself and kind of to the outside world as well. Because, sometimes when we have other people who are always judgmental or always negative or always over opinionated about what we're doing, it's harder for us to get our foot into the outside world when we're always thinking maybe they're correct, maybe they're right, maybe I'm not good enough for this. That holds you back, right? So you're not going to allow that to do that or just messes your energy up. So you're actually protecting your energy by doing this and making a fresh new start. Wow. And the communication with any kind of new job or new promotions or anything is going to be very good for you as you're actually, you know, even opening up to the spiritual world, as we can see here, right? With the wow, yeah. So it definitely is a tower in its own way that is bringing in more inspiration for you, and it's very healthy because it's going to improve your physical, mental, and spiritual health along the way. Um, so, and it does. It says, you know, it says right here, you know, you're getting that promotion. It's well deserved. You recognize that you're getting the promotion. You wanted the promotion. You wanted this new job, this new up. You know, maybe it's also, you know, a coworker or somebody who doesn't want you to have that promotion because, you know, however it is, it's definitely meeting a milestone. That's for sure. So whatever milestone you're really going for over here, you're definitely receiving it with the Nine of Cups. And it's going to make you more inspired because it feels like you burned down this tower to make a new tower. Well, this tower is huge, right? It's almost like I burned down my cottage to make a mansion. So it's got more rooms, and more rooms makes more space for growth. So it's definitely getting the recognition that you need, and definitely getting those promotions and those big successes out there, and not having to worry about this person who's against you. Hmm. So very nice on taking that control, my friends. Okay, and that was it for you. Until next time, peace and love.